Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. Today, we should be finally heading out of the grove. Last episode we cleared this beach, we killed some harpies, we met Alfira, the bard, we met Raphael, a devil. There's one thing I did miss doing last episode, so we'll do that while we're introing. But yeah, today we should be heading outside the grove. Finally. Been here 2 episodes now, so it'll be good to go back outside. It is the main hub in this act, so it makes sense as to why I would spend so much time here. Going forward, I'm sure there'll be plenty of times where I'm just spending a lot of time in cities. But I do my best to cut out most of the walking around and talking to unimportant NPCs. But yeah, there's a certain quest that I haven't done in this game that I do want to do. I know where it begins at least. Now we have the quest Investigate Karga. Because I did come across a certain scroll in my very first playthrough.
Softer than a whisper.
Then I was like, this might be for something that I missed. Because I had already resolved the Act 1 area by the time I found it, so... Now I get to do it
What path lies before me?
for reals. Hello, don't mind me. Let's read that stuff that we just got out of here. Balance is a myth, where any clan treads, nature struggles. Unity is a fiction, men of mere flesh seek only to tame beast and raise flora. We are the thunder, we are the rain. We shatter mankind and grow new life in its place. Secrets of the Shadow Druids. Thanks for getting inspired, Gale. I'm gonna need that. Karga, Swamp Docks, Tree, Meet Me Alone, Olladin. Olladin is also one of those rats, right? So the rats might be the bad guys. Yeah, Olladin. This is a level 5 raid. It would make sense if it was just a druid in disguise. But yeah, let's go head out the grove and see what we get done today. We might not end up doing that quest today, but for the future. I did forget to pick it up last episode, so we got it now. I am interested in seeing where that goes, since like I said, I had resolved this whole area before I even come across that quest last time.
Aren't you worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us?
My name is Lae'zel Chucky,
Why is she running around so much?
and my kin will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
Kachoki. I feel like everything Githyanki say is racist, so maybe I shouldn't re-say it after they say it.
Do you think your kin searched for you, Lae'zel?
These tracks. Goblins.
We've already been in there. That's the underground passage that we ended up clearing out yesterday.
What's hiding
Well,
here?
not yesterday, but the last time. Yesterday. It wasn't even yesterday for me. Sanguinated
Strange.
boar.
It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
Sanguinated.
A dead boar. But it doesn't look like it's been touched by scavengers.
Like it was sucked of blood. I know what it sanguinate means.
The carcass seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. You notice 2 small puncture wounds in its neck. Looking closer, you can see the skin around its face is desiccated. It's been completely drained of blood.
Interesting.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Freeze and hold up your hands. His wounds look deep. I might be able to help. 2 easy medicine checks for us to start
He's
the day.
hurt badly, and Owlbear got him deep. If there's anything you can do...
I'm watching you.
The injured man
Fine.
locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head.
Cold as steer.
Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. She is a true soul. Mind her. She will... She...
Oh, Seven need a win.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
True soul?
What? Are you testing us?
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice. Your words are her command. She grants you the power to enforce her will. And when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
Sounds good to me.
I will serve at no ruler's side but my queen's.
Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for the druid Halson.
I don't know any druids.
Okay. And why are you out here?
We know that all too well, ma'am, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here.
Tell me more about these fugitives.
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
You need to leave before I make you.
What? And just... leave Ed? I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
They spoke of the Absolute. Same as that goblin, Sazza. Curious.
Looks like the Absolute's drawing all sorts to become followers. Impressive in a way.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value here, something your mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
I will force my mind shut. I won't force my mind shut. Now we'll re-roll it.
Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again.
Blech.
For now.
We still don't know if we like tadpoles. We'll take his sausages and his cheese. Why not? Lae'zel. What are you doing, mate? I really like this area. Such a beautiful area. Cave.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
Owlbear. One thing that you'll notice on the UI is that I have aid up, which gives us +5 hit points until long rest, so it's pretty good. I hadn't actually been using this in my first playthrough, And I'm like most of the way through Act 3 now, I think.
Shadowheart. By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
Two bickering while I'm trying to talk, but yeah, I'm like most of the way through Act 3, I believe. Without spoilers, of course, because I am doing it blind. It just feels like I'm getting there since I'm wrapping things up. But I had never used aid until like a day ago.
Let's see what this does.
I just didn't even read it properly on the tooltip. Alright, the Owlbear Nest.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
Now, if I remember correctly, there's like a potion of animal speaking down here. Yes.
Look there, a shrine.
A Selûne statue in a stinking cave. Hardly a place of honor.
Maybe it is.
There's magic at play here. A spell keeping this chest shut.
The spell that I didn't figure out on my first playthrough.
Something over there.
Free a sheep.
Just an old prayer.
I'm ready. Whatever
See
it
if we
takes.
can religion check it.
A Selûnite prayer. How useful.
This prayer bears the same symbol as the chest. I think it might just be the key.
Very good, Gale. There are two goddesses, Shah, Selûne. They do war, apparently.
My prayers are answered.
Yeah, I didn't figure out to do that last time.
You should leave it. Or even destroy it if possible.
But why?
This rubbish is an offering to Selûne. At best, it's worthless. At worst, who knows? Could be cursed. Do not trifle with that moon witch or her trinkets. Only trouble will follow.
Why do you care so much? Won't guidance me? Doesn't matter, Shadowheart. Critical success, mate.
I should have stayed quiet. You want the truth? Fine. I worship Shah, Mistress of the Night, Selûne's twin and foe. Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
You worship Shah? Blimey. She and my beloved Mistra are not exactly friends.
Finding out about everyone's gods. I'll decide whether to make a fuss or not. Hard to trust someone who's been holding out on me.
Secrecy is everything for Shah's children. It is our code, our creed, our shield. I even keep secrets from myself. I had my memories suppressed, so that nothing I know could be used against the Dark Lady. Once I prove myself, my memories will be restored. I'm not sorry I kept this from you. Not one bit. Though, perhaps that might change. If you can show an open mind.
Let's see how open-minded I can be then. Tell me more.
Talk to me later. We've got more pressing matters to see to right now.
Okay, but I am going to open this chest. This scroll is very interesting given what I know.
Selûnite coming of age rites. Barbaric nonsense.
I've got to do a sleight of hand check to take it. Another. Is it because Shadowheart is here? How is her approval of us right now? 21? Oh, we got a lot to work with then. When the wearer has 50% HP or less, they don't provoke opportunity attack. Pretty nice. Take the idol too. We'll give that Shadowheart for now. She'll love it.
Never a dull moment.
He worships Shah.
Another step forward.
But let's give her an idol that we got from a Saludite chest.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
That's a big guy.
What's this? Something weak, something tender. Won't even have to chew you before I feed you to my son. Soft meat.
You're injured. There's still half a spear lodged in your head.
It's a splinter. I've gutted bigger threats than you with worse.
I mean, I did intrude on its nest knowingly, but you know, we are a ranger. I would never intrude on your nest knowingly. This was a simple mistake.
A mistake that would cost you your life, if you posed any real danger. You can go, but you make one wrong step and I'll rip you to shreds.
I had this dilemma though last time, because got loot.
Looking ahead.
And I want the loot, but I don't need the loot. So for now we will leave. We will do the ranger thing and we will leave, because you know we would if we were a ranger, would be like, let's not.
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augusto will affix the Zapisk, the purifier, to our heads.
Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
Sounds lovely.
That Zapisk you mentioned intrigues me. Care to tell me a bit more?
An intricate device crafted by Milan, our most gifted artisans. I am sworn to say no more.
So she can't be up front about what it is.
Tell me, Lae'zel, what is it like on the astral plane? Your home realm intrigues me.
Githyanki lay their eggs on other planes. They cannot mature in the astral. I will only be welcomed once I obtain a mind flayer's head.
There's a dog here, and since we have animal speaking, I can speak with it.
Very well.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly.
What happened here?
I told you to go.
Take a look at his collar. Man, we've had 2 critical successes, but we've also had 2 critical failures. So, it's an ups and down day.
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch.
Scratch is a good name. You're Scratch, aren't you? Come here, it's alright.
You know my name? Interesting. A predator wouldn't care to learn it. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest.
I don't think he's going to wake up.
Of course he will. And then we'll return home.
What happened to your friend exactly?
We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on 2 legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
You can travel with me if you like.
No, I won't leave him.
If he doesn't wake up, follow my scent. I have a camp.
If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
Alright, Scratch. Now, let's continue to explore around here.
Tell me, Gale, what is your interest in the astral plane?
Time. Or rather, the absence of it. In the astral plane, everything is eternal.
It will be my home soon enough, should Vlaakith will it.
So many questions, so few answers. You got some dead fellas out here. Goblin drawing.
Dead goblins. Dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?
It's hard to tell. They're dead. I guess we could find out. Any of them are speakable anyway.
The corpse does not respond.
Oration suits you more than battle.
They're not mutually exclusive. Weave is served best with a dash of eloquence.
We'll get no information from them today. But we will get broken loot. I was about to say we will get loot and then a broken loot.
Prowess in battle is remarkable, as is your battle stance itself.
Rathajack, a technique known to few outside Kalir. Shall I teach you?
I'll pass, thank you. I prefer abjuration over acrobatics.
It's fair.
West, Baldur's Gate. East, Elturel.
Well, I guess we go west.
Goblins ahead. Looks like they're laying an ambush.
Oh, good. We did get a quest to defeat the goblins. There are 3 figures in the drawing we found.
Moonhaven.
Moonhaven.
You seem to know a good deal of...
Man, why'd they start talking?
Surround him like!
They start talking as we roll up into this. It's like, now we don't get to hear what they gotta say. I know you're there. Show yourselves.
You spotted us. Good. It's like they say. No fun in skewing a pig what doesn't know he's cooked.
There'll be no skewering happening here. Now let me pass.
We got you surrounded. Here's how this goes. You take one step further, and we'll fill your front with arrows. Or you turn around, and your backside gets the same treatment.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Just let me by and we'll pretend this never happened. I like the chance at least, right? We can't just use the authority because it's too easy. Rolled a critical success anyway.
Ugh. Suppose it's best to save our strength for a real threat. Go on then. Just keep your nose clean.
All the
No symptoms.
No sign of tentacles so far.
The same. Except for a knot of worry in my stomach that's in no rush to go away.
That I can relate to.
all the authority rolls are only like 2. We like to at least have the chance of something going wrong. I will be looting their box though.
What if this crash doesn't work out, Lae'zel? What if your kin fail you?
If I can reach the crash, my kin will provide. Any failure will be mine alone.
If you say so. Just don't expect me to put all my eggs in the same basket.
That expression must sound curious for Githyanki ear, given the way they're birthed.
Yes. Alright, we have Heasttown. I think for now giving that to Lae'zel would be amazing because, you know, and she can run further.
Queen Vlaakith. What tales of her reach us are terrifying. I suppose that's not how you would describe her.
Vlaakith is unity. Fear and beauty. Life and unlife. Eyes like onyx. Teeth like daggers. There is none more perfect.
Sounds vile. I assume the meaning of perfect was lost in translation.
Let's run around and loot this village. Blighted Village. Not Rotten Basket. We learned in our last playthrough. We don't need to look in those because they're always bad. Check out the mirror.
Still me, even after everything.
Very good.
It says there's a cellar here somewhere.
I don't see one.
That's why we gotta look around for it, Shadowheart. I don't see it. it mustn't exist. There will be some pretty interesting fights coming up in this place, if I remember correctly. One of them was extremely challenging. So hopefully we do better this time. I definitely feel like I'm better at the game than I was when I first tried it though, so here's hoping. And here's the cellar, Shadowheart. Do you see it now? Lots of alchemy ingredients down here. Potions. Just what we need, honestly.
What's that?
Ah, Gale, you found a liver. Good on you, mate. We weren't done looting, but you got one. A hidden door. Very nice. We like hidden doors. I actually do remember this room.
What's that?
I remember this area. I don't remember the puzzle. Learn about the gods. The reason I remember this area is,
I'll take that.
well, what happened wasn't pretty. Let's go ahead and wake up some corpse. Oh. I did not expect. I got that +1 scimitar. Did expect it. Did not expect that kind of damage to come out either. To a normal fireball. Big miss. Nice Lae'zel. Like I said last episode, having 2 attacks, like War Priest gets them at level 2 because, well, I guess maybe level 1 even, but at level 2, having 2 attacks, that's really strong. Like, it's really strong when you actually get 2 attacks, but having them from the beginning of the game, really, really strong.
Fall by my hand.
Oh yeah, and here's the Poo Scraper, the Nut Buster, the Shovel's Friend Finder to dig up more friends, and Friend. Gotta take it all, right? We can't leave it behind.
These boots have seen
It's too
everything.
valuable. Dark Journal. So I'm gonna go ahead and summon this.
Oh, shit-pilling toe-rag! Never summon Shovel, never feed Shovel, now call Shovel!
Sadly,
You
it's
recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures, often used as familiars.
behind a blade of grass.
Wait, you're not Illy?
Ellie?
My master. Tall, skinny, prick with ears. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine.
Your name's Shovel?
Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it.
What would you like to be called?
Don't care.
I like Basket. How's that sound to you?
Basket. I like. Baskets hold babies. My favourite.
Hey, weird.
So, what first, Master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream?
That what you and your old master did?
Yes. Steal bodies, tear them, then Illy puts them back together. Again and again. When he wasn't horny for the book. Oh, book this, book that. He loves the book.
Horny for the book. What book?
Oh, Master should go see. Talk to the mirror, and remember, balsam, good for burns.
And we got a little friend. His name's Basket.
Speak your name.
Repeat the name from the book you read. Toth.
My master was human, pure and true. You are not Toth. If you are his ally, step forward and declare it.
Yes, an ally. I'm an ally of your master's.
Only a true ally of Toth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
A foul, wretched creature.
You are no Zolkir. But are you wise? Tell me, why might one use balsam ointment?
Well, our friend just said it's good for burns.
A poor choice. You will be purged.
My friend's a liar.
Blacketh's will be done.
Gale,
I'm sure.
get over here. Roasting time and then fisting time. Bit weird, I must say, but to each their own. So yeah, this is the badness that happened last time. I shouldn't have listened to the Quizzit. Basket doesn't know what he's talking about. This thing is gonna go around and summon more dudes, so it's an actual fight. Almost got rid of him. Hopefully we're better at it than the last time I did it. Critical miss. Action surge thing. Oh dear. And I dodge, because I'm a night elf, you know, I've got that extra dodge. That's kind of funny that there's a dead guy in there, he's like, I don't want to wake up yet, stop it. Please, just let me sleep. Thankfully they're as bad at hidden as we are. Hit Bless up. I'll shoot this one dead. If I can get up over here, that might be helpful. A lot of running around in the fire, rather than just, you know, walking straight. Leaving damage. I really want to open that. Down the arch. That landed and did a lot of damage. Can this little fella help me out? I don't think so. Would be nice if he could, but I don't think he can. Alright, Gale. Can land this. Kill him. Got 2 HP. That was a lot of damage from the arrow. Took that to the face. Pretty rude, I must say. Get Lae'zel to jump. Smack this guy in the face real quick. And then back off. We don't want to be on that route. In case it falls into the abyss. No, please. Okay, well, help me out.
With haste.
Makes us both useless for a second, but
Time to strike.
it's okay. That shove won't get rid of him. Maybe we'll just melee this. Good crit. Definitely worth melee.
Victory awaits.
It was like, nah.
This is your end.
Alright, the fight's not completely over just yet. That thing makes more dudes. Did just run out of fuel though. Basket.
Run! Run! Or Sparky gets you!
Gave me the wrong answer. How do I disarm the trap?
Sit on it and call it Daddy. It's a fire. How do you think you stop it? Or run squealing. Sparky gets tired. Eventually.
Sit on it and call it Daddy. Now the thing is, it can't actually burn us anymore because it ran out of fuel, so we should be good from now.
You are not my master.
I read the doctor's journal. He used balsam to clean a wound.
Acceptable. Finally. If you could see anything in me, what would it be?
I'd look for whatever spell will rid me of this worm in my head.
You seek to survive. You seek power. Be welcome.
Thank you for welcoming me. Unlike the little fella who's a liar.
A well-guarded laboratory. What were they hiding down here?
Stuffed beer.
I doubt a bear this size went down without a fight.
My nature failed as a ranger. Ugh.
This bear was young, judging by the teeth. Juveniles aren't so impressive as trophies.
True. Gain +2 bonus to armor as long as you're not wearing armor or holding a shield. Those are Gale braces if I've ever seen them. He still hasn't asked to like eat anything yet.
At least things have stayed interesting.
He's just being hungry. I'm sure it will happen soon though. A lot of reading down here as you'd expect in a secret lab. Well, there's definitely going to be a trap.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
I did already set it off. Hey. It is what it is. Our perception failed us. Have a look at it.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in.
A cursed book. How obvious. Whoever opens it deserves the fate that befalls them.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
I'll tuck it back into my pack. Because in my last playthrough I was playing a paladin, I destroyed it. I don't even know what it does when I open it, but I know how to open it. We can be as evil as we want. If we open a necromancy book, so be it. Halfway to level 4. I'm looking forward to getting level 4 because then I get to unlock my subclass, which I will keep secret until we get there.
Here we go.
And let's explore the rest of this place while we're here. Under this house there is a very interesting dungeon, which I'll probably head into next episode because, well, the fight was difficult last time. It might still be. When you're low level, fights are way harder than they are at higher level, in my opinion. There's also where we're going to get the other item that we need for that.
Weapon blueprints. A master blacksmith's work.
Not too refined here. Just ideas sketched out.
And now we come to the Garage of Sound.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Hello? Anybody in there?
Go away!
What if I don't?
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. Just hearing it is enough.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
I shall carefully wiggle the dagger until it slides free. I got so much like bonuses. This surely I can't fail. Plus 10. Don't mind if I don't. I'll take that dagger.
Cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
Can I take the meat too?
Mystery meat, tough as boar hide. Only the sharpest teeth could pierce it.
Maybe Astarion could eat it. He seems to have sharp teeth.
Look what we got here! Another little birdie wanting to fly! Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you! Hope you got a stomach for heights!
I hope you have a stomach for heights. What the hell's going on here?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Let me rephrase that. Why?
'Cause it makes me laugh.
Well, it does look funny, I'll admit. Mind if I stay a while and watch?
We ain't looking for company, maggot. Not unless you want to join him up there. How about this? You pay a toll and go on as you like, or else you fly. Cough it up!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I don't even have 1,000 gold. Look, I have directions to a non-existent cache of gold over there somewhere.
Oh, I might just look into that. After I'm through squeezing some gold out of you right now. How do you like that?
5? I'm going to pay nothing and you and your cronies are going to leave.
You're a true soul. I didn't know. Wouldn't dare question you, never.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
We'll leave you to it. Let's find you something to eat. All right, then.
Everyone's got something to say now, it looks like. I am curious to see how using the tadpole changes things, so we will be doing that a little bit.
Yisk Githka Tavki Crashet. The tadpole lets us command the minds of others.
An interesting development, but one to be treated with caution. For better or for worse.
No. Our only course is to deny it. This power is just another symptom of disease, and every use will sicken us further.
These are strange times and even stranger powers. We should seek to understand them before we make any rash decisions.
My thoughts exactly.
Yes, I shall. Perhaps. Brake lever. Release brake lever. We'll hit the one that won't, you know, won't cause damage.
What are you waiting for?
me loose!
What's in it for me?
Free me and find out!
Okay.
Maga Kamara. Those pustulant thugs! Well, get on with it.
Get on with what?
You saved me, now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
Hey, just 'cause I'm a rogue. Rather know how you got caught.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
True. You gotta work on that. Speedy light feet. When the wearer dashes or takes a similar action, they gain 3 lightning charges. Alright, I believe there's one more building to search here.
Haven't seen that game in years.
Oh yeah, hopscotch. I haven't seen that game in years also, like, in real life. I miss hopscotch. Anyone want to play hopscotch?
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show us the brand of the absolute.
You speak with an eloquence unusual to your kind.
Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
I'll do you one better. I'm one of the Absolute's chosen disciples. Only just. Guidance.
How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored. Food? Food. Not food. Friend.
I notice you don't bear a brand of your own.
I've no use for the Absolute, or any god. I follow 2 masters only. Gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss Goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk.
You forget the goblins and fight for me instead.
I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
I'll pay you in the flesh of the fallen. You'll have your fill. Easily. Only one reroll needed.
A brilliant notion, and a boon to my aching belly. We have a deal, my tasty kibble. Take my bone horn. One blow, and the ground will quake with my family name. Use it when the need arises, and never a moment before.
Okay.
Ogre kill everyone around, then Ogre eats them. Well spoken, indeed. Ogre kill everyone around.
I've seen few other ogres in these parts.
We follow the sense of blood and gold to all lands fertile, friend. And this land proves particularly fruitful. We will keep close. When you are ready, sound the horn.
Will do. Still looting over here. Now we have some ogre friends that will help us in battles to come, perhaps.
The tiefling's corpse stirs with the spell. You realize the tiefling's body has been torn open by huge hands.
Ogres? What brought you to this village?
Strange warriors. Gold. Skin. Silver blades. Quick of foot, this one, to avoid Githyanki hunters.
Where did you see those warriors?
Mountains. Road. Gate.
Where are you from?
El Turel. Zoru. Friend.
See. So this must be the tiefling friend of Zoru. Okay. You have anything of value?
True sight. No coin.
Who did this to you?
Ogres. Hungry. Bloodied. Screams.
Thank you, corpse. Lots of big camp supplies in here. Let's go. Old school book.
Shadowheart's attention is fixed upon the contents of an old journal.
What are you looking for, Shadowheart?
We should keep moving.
What just happened?
I don't know exactly. Lady Shah, protect me.
You must know something. Has this happened before?
It felt oddly familiar, but I don't know why. I saw something that reminded me of my faith, my mission. I felt something rise within me like my blood was on fire. Then it passed. That's all I know. It's stopped now, whatever it is. Let's just carry on.
Yeah. I think we already came across that book earlier. I think we've pretty much explored the village for what we need to right now. How far are we from leveling? Not that far. Should probably happen pretty early next episode then. Which will be good. But let's head back to camp. Do a long rest and talk to any NPCs that need it. Yeah, it looks like they're all good. Okay. Go to bed then.
You don't rest well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you break your meditation because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit.
Astarion. How could you?
No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
Who saw that coming, everyone? You know, Astarion, we found the boar that you snacked on earlier.
It's not what you think. I'm not some monster. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. I'm just too slow right now. Too weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
Why didn't you tell me?
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me.
Tried to bite me. How can I trust you?
Because we don't have a choice. Not if we're going to save ourselves from these worms. I need you alive. You need me strong. Please, only be a taste, I swear. I'll be well, you'll be fine. And everything can go back to normal.
You know, there's something I've always said. You gotta try everything once. So, alright, but go too far and I will drive a stake through your chest.
Ah, of course. I shall be gentle as a babe. Let's make ourselves comfortable, shall we?
Lucky I like you, Astarion.
It's like a shard of ice into your neck, a quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens.
You've had enough now. So get off.
Hmm? Oh, of course. That was amazing. My mind is finally clear. I feel strong. I feel happy.
I love how you can still drive a stake through his heart if you let him. But well, I'm looking forward to seeing you fight.
Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling.
No one in our camp, okay?
This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
You watch as he stalks towards the forest, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
Now, I am going to be weaker because of that in the fights to come. But only for a day. Hey, Scratch is here. -1 to attack rolls, save and throws, and most ability checks. A bit weaker, you know. Thought Scratch first. Don't have animal speaking on, but I'll give him a pet. Welcome to the camp, Scratch. I think as a ranger, I can learn animal speaking. So I'll probably get that the next time I get to choose spells. Darian.
Good morning. How do you feel?
My neck hurts. How do you think I feel?
Be grateful I'm not a true vampire, then. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn. Like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers.
Is that how you can stand in the sun because you're not a true vampire?
Oh no. I should be cinders in this light. I hadn't seen the sun for 200 years before we crashed here. Someone, or something, wants me alive. They've changed the rules. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time.
You think it's the mind flayer's parasites causing this?
That's my theory, but who knows? I'm just glad you're being sensible about these Revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although
Looks like they
there's
might.
still time.
A vampire among us? So be it. But should I wake with so much as a drop of blood on my neck, I will end him.
Oh, and a quick word of warning, Astarion. I taste absolutely awful. Keep your distance.
I trust him. He won't hurt us, or else we will kill him.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty, to work together as a team.
Maybe we could get him to wear a bell. Dissuade any nighttime prowling.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
Well, you get to stay at camp all day. Well, I noticed you disapproved of that.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think?
True. But what are your thoughts on the devil?
Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great.
Don't worry, I have no interest in the devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
How does the Blade of Frontiers end up chasing a devil in the hells?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Who was the source of yours?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Interesting.
All right. Anything more we should discuss?
How did you become the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What act could be finer than saving a life? You must have felt proud.
Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
And before that?
Baldur's Gate, born and raised. The only son of a single father. He wanted one life for me. I chose another. We haven't spoken since I left the city. A classic drama. A staunch father and his rebellious son. Better heard from the bard's lips than mine.
Did you lose your eye in a battle?
A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made.
But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
I guess I haven't been to camp for a while, so it's probably good to get through all these dialogues.
What's on your mind?
Why does your condition require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
And what do you think about having a vampire in the camp?
We all have our burdens, one way or the other.
Gale is a sensible man. That's why I like Gale. He reminds me of me.
Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole.
We'll just have to wait and see about that, won't we? Are you sure this creche is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zathis purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
Books are fallible, as are those who write them.
Not books, but slates.
Same
Wisdom
thing.
so profound it is etched into stone. Truth as perfect as the queen who decreed it. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
If Yankee are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
Never heard of your kind until my capture.
I suppose I am as alien to you as you are to me. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
As if your upturned bat snout is any better.
Better is an opinion, but mine is certainly more economical, disciplined, dignified.
If you say so. Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones
heard
will
about
change
that.
form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
It's very descriptive. I intend to avoid that fate.
Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
No news is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
How does someone become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
In theory.
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, It doesn't happen.
Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
You must remember your life before it.
I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing. I can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you.
And how were you turned?
I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be.
Yeah, it's one thing I've thought about many a time in my life. You know, I'm still a young lad, but I don't think I'd want to have eternal life. Honestly. Because I feel like after, 100 years, I'm gonna get bored. Maybe even sooner. Even in my 20s, I was getting bored about stuff. So, being eternal, excruciating. What about more of your history?
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
And about you biting me.
I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble.
I need to know how we'll feed you in the future.
No innocence. You have my word. Only villains that we need to kill anyway. After all, you know what I am now. I can fight with all my weapons. Teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead.
Fair, that's fair. I'm glad we can agree.
As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already.
The Grove sported some rather interesting murals, I must say. They just reminded me of something half forgotten. It seemed to depict Lady Shah's warriors in combat. I hadn't known they were active in these parts.
Here to elaborate?
You know me. I'm not usually one to elaborate if I can avoid it. They looked
Perhaps
like
you
dark
will?
justiciars, an elite force among Lady Shah's ranks. Only the very finest proved themselves worthy of the title.
How did they prove themselves worthy?
There was a proving ground of sorts. A place where initiates sought to complete Lady Shah's trials and make a sacrifice in her name. But that place is lost now. Some even wonder if it ever truly existed. Curious to see them depicted in such a place. Perhaps there's more to it. But there's nothing to be done about it just now.
What's the story with the odd little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
I can't. Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
Why would Shah subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
Okay. What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
How do you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Okay. I hope you'll be more honest in the future.
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
What can you tell me about Shah worship?
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
I have no problem with Shah worshippers if that's what concerns you. -1. Well, thankfully we hit the +2 with the -1. Ooh.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah. Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Remind me.
My Lady Shah is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss.
Continue.
Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals.
How exactly do Shah worshippers turn people to their goddess?
We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths.
Gonna be honest with you guys, it sounds a little bit like a cult. But I won't cast judgments on your belief, Shadowheart.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
I can't cast judgments on her beliefs because she might have been indoctrinated into a cult, and you know how fucked up that can be. I want to get to know you more, Shadowheart.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
Tell me something about yourself besides Shah.
What, besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
You'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass some.
It's a deal.
Anything else you'd care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
Sounds extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little?
You must have thoughts about our little stowaways.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. Personally, I think finding this Halcyon is our best bet. Oh, there's Ethel. Not that I'm keen to trust her. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith Kresh will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind.
What will you do if we manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No reason we can't stay together if we get on well?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Okay. Seems personal, so I won't pry for now.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
How am I holding up in your estimation?
Does it even need to be asked? We're beyond me merely liking you. I think I'm a different person, owing to you.
Oh, that's good. Would you like to truly connect, Shadowheart?
I think I know what you mean. There's an undeniable rapport, and yet we haven't made time for each other. Time alone. Easily remedied, if you like. I know a place.
I'd like that.
Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are asleep and there's no distractions, I'll come for you.
Look, she's a cute elf lady. We're a cute elf lady. I might have a type. Anything to say, Basket?
Tell you truth, Beefy! Trust me. Always. Always!
I don't think I can trust you, but... He's fun to have around, at the very least. But anyway, I think that's a good point to bring this episode to a close. We have a lot going on. We've definitely learnt more about our companions. Astarion's a vampire. Who would have seen that coming? Literally everybody. So I think next episode we're gonna get this open and see what it holds. Because that's something I never did last time. We've got an ogre horn, so we can use them in a fight. A lot to come. We're probably going to spend more time in the village, the Blighted Village. Like I said, there's another fight that it proved difficult to me last time, but hopefully not as difficult this time. We will probably hit level 4. Have to deal with feats. Well, not for me, because I'll be in level 3 ranger, which will also give me some pretty big increase in power, so I'm looking forward to that. Thanks for watching this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It might be a bit of a long one because the recording is 2 hours and 11 minutes so far. I'm sure I'll cut out some of the stuff that happened, like traveling, and sometimes I sit here thinking for 5 minutes before I choose a dialogue option. In the behind the scenes. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great night or day depending on when you're watching this video. And until next time, I'll see you then.